Is Toyota going to build a new GR Corolla? After all, the GR Yaris has been such a huge success, winning awards left, right and centre, and in fact I've even bought one, haven't I? And you know, I've already got far too many cars. Anyway, a new GR Corolla wouldn't be the only awesome car coming from Toyota in the next few years. It's also building a brand new hypercar. Yeah, a Toyota hypercar. I am not making this up. And in this video, I'm going to tell you about all these cars and show you exclusive images of what the new GR Corolla will look like. Anyway, I'm Matt Watson and you are watching CARWOW.
Buying a new car? Then head to CARWOW and my team will help you find your next car at a fair price. CARWOW, your one-stop car buying comparison site.
If I say Toyota, what car do you think of? I bet it's either a Prius, if you're an Uber driver, or a Mark IV Supra, if you're a petrol head. And cars don't get much more different than that, do they? Well, that's the thing about Toyota. Most of the time it builds safe, reliable family cars, but sometimes it goes a little bit bonkers and makes something awesome. And it could be about to go all in with a load of new GR models, including a brand new hypercar. But first you need to know what GR means. GR stands for Gazoo Racing. Sounds made up, but Gazoo is a team that's raced loads of Toyotas and Lexus cars all over the world. It even raced an LFA at the Nürburgring 24-hour race. And Gazoo Racing has directly helped Toyota develop some of its road cars, including the insane Yaris GRMN. That tiny hot hatch had a supercharged 1.8 litre engine, which was similar to the one you'd find in a Lotus Elise. And that was just a taste of things to come, because Gazoo Racing also helped give the world the epic GR Yaris. The Gazoo Racing team doesn't just compete on racetracks, it also does a load of rallying. And some rally cars have to go through a process called homologation. This means you have to build a certain number of road game production cars before you can use that car to compete in the World Rally Championship. Well, Gazoo Racing could have just started with an ordinary Yaris and modified it, but it completely re-engineered the whole chassis to turn it from a 5-door car into a 3-door car. It even changed the rear suspension. This was also, it could be lighter, lower and stiffer than the regular model. And when they'd finished with all the cutting and extra welding, they picked up some spanners and developed a bonkers 1.6 litre 3-cylinder engine with 261 horsepower. Now that's more power than you get from a 2 litre 4-cylinder engine in a Volkswagen Golf GTI. That would have been crazy enough, but Gazoo also gave the tiny Yaris a completely bespoke 4-wheel drive system. The amount of effort that went into that car is phenomenal, but the end result is amazing. And the best bit is Gazoo Racing isn't going to stop there. It's also been helping Toyota develop a whole load of new cars. It had a hand in tweaking the new Supra, which is why that car is now technically called the GR Supra. That's a nice bit of Toyota trivia for you. And Toyota's also revealed a replacement for the GT86 sports car, which Gazoo helped develop. It's called the GR86, and it should fix the biggest issue with the old car, which was performance. Well, I should say lack thereof. The GT86 was great to drive and really easy to slide around, but it never felt quick. It was a small lightweight car, but its 2 litre naturally aspirated flat-4 engine only pushed out 200 horsepower. This new GR86 has a bigger 2.4 litre engine, which makes 240 horsepower. As a result, it can do 0 to 60 miles an hour in 6.3 seconds. Plus, it has loads more mid-range punch, so it's just easy for overtaking and day-to-day living. I also think it looks slightly better than the GT86 as well. But don't expect Gazoo Racing to build a crazy homologation version of the Supra nor the GR86 like it did with the Yaris. This is because the races those cars compete in have different rules from the World Rally Championship. For instance, you can build a crazy wide-body racing car without having to sell a certain number of production versions with the same modifications. In fact, some insane-looking Supras are already competing in the Japanese Super GT Championship. But there is one kind of racing that has forced Toyota to build a special homologation car. It's endurance racing, you know, like the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Toyota has been racing at Le Mans with the Gazoo team for a while, but this has been in the LMP1 prototype class. A change in rules has led to Toyota basing its new racer on an upcoming road car. But not just any road car, it's a full-blown hypercar, a mid-engined hybrid that combines electric motors and a 2.4 litre twin-turbo V6 to produce a combined 1,000 horsepower. It's a bit like a Honda NSX, but a lot better. Toyota hasn't said how quick this car will be, but you can bet it'll do 0 to 60 in less than 3 seconds. The crazy thing is that the rules for Le Mans hypercars have have changed since Toyota revealed the GR Super Sport. This means the racing version is only allowed to have 680 horsepower. But don't worry, because Toyota has said that the road cars will still have the 1000 horsepower as originally stated. So that's good news if you're a wealthy petrolhead and you fancy buying one. But what about us normal people? What's the next crazy Gazoo racing creation that we'll all be able to afford? Well, Toyota has been spotted testing a prototype GR Yaris that could even come with more power than the standard car. Now take a look at these photos. It definitely looks more extreme than the regular car, especially with all those aero mods. Maybe Toyota is testing a model that comes with even more kit than the current circuit pack. In truth, this car is a bit of a mystery so far. Toyota hasn't said anything, so we don't really know what it is exactly. It could be a test mule for something completely different, for instance. It could even be testing parts for the new GR version of the Toyota Corolla. After all, Gazoo has already done most of the hard work in making the GR Yaris, so it could transplant some of these bits into the Corolla's roomier chassis. They could probably bolt in their 1.6 litre 3-cylinder turbocharged petrol engine with its 261 horsepower fairly easily, although I'm not sure if Gazoo will keep the Yaris's four-wheel drive system. Toyota might be keen to turn the GR Corolla into a rival for front-wheel drive cars like the Volkswagen Golf GTI and Ford Focus ST. That would make the finished car a lot simpler and a lot cheaper to build. Okay, so it might not be as quick off the mark as the GR Yaris. That's supposed to do 0-60 in 5.5 seconds, though I've got a quicker time out of it. In fact, click on the pop-out banner up there to watch me grace a GR Yaris against a Honda Civic Type R. But anyway, back to the Corolla. It might not be able to match the GR Yaris's acceleration off the line, but it should match a VW Golf GTI. Now that'll do 0-60 in 6.3 seconds. But what could this new Toyota look like? Well, I think that the GR Yaris looks amazing, so Toyota should probably just use all of its bodywork upgrades and fit them to the new Corolla. Then it could look something like this image here. It's most likely to get the same kind of massive grille you get on the GR Yaris with wider arches and lowered suspension. However, I do doubt that Toyota is going to spend the money to turn the Corolla body into a 3-door like it did with the GR Yaris. So a future GR model will most likely have rear doors, but then so does a Golf GTI and of course the Civic Type R. At least you'll be able to carry passengers a little bit more easily. Anyhow, the GR Corolla will have all sorts of new bumper bits around the back and a set of real exhaust pipes. I really like the idea of a GR Corolla, but what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Now I just want to tell you about a new service we're offering at CARWOW. You know, you can buy a new car through us. Well, now you can actually sell your car through us. All you have to do is upload some images of your car and input the details, and then you'll get offers back from our trusted dealers, and you can compare these offers and you can choose whether or not to sell your car to these guys. And if you do choose to sell to one of them, they'll come and collect your car and give you cash. So that's simple. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Also, let me know of any other videos you'd like me to do in the comments below. If you click there, you can watch some more videos, and if you click on that box there, you can actually sign up to the CARWOW newsletter, where we'll keep you up to date of all the latest news and reviews from the car world in between these video uploads. So just click on that, sign up, it's completely free, and of course you can cancel anytime you want to. Thanks for watching, see you next time.